Anker makes a wide range of portable batteries in every shape and size. One of their more unique styles is what I call their outdoor lantern style. Currently, Anker makes two different versions of this type of battery pack. Which is right for you. I'm Wanderer001 and I have tested both so I can let you know the differences. Let's get into it. Starting off, looking at them side by side, the Anker 548 or the classic outdoor lantern style is slightly taller, while the Anker SOLIX C300 DC is slightly wider. So if we put them side by side, this is slightly wider, while this is slightly taller. You can see both of them have ample ventilation on the sides, which is great. And if we come to the top, the classic camping lantern actually has a little more generous carrying handle than the SOLIX version. But the big difference that you're going to want to look at between these two is actually the battery. In the 548 here, you are looking at a 192 watt-hour battery, and depending on what literature you find on this, you're looking at about a 60,000 milliamp battery, while the SOLIX C300 DC over here has a 288 watt-hour battery at 90,000 milliamps. So what can you do with that battery power? Well, when you're looking at maximum output from the 548, you are looking at 60 watts of output depending on which port you're using. On the SOLIX here, you are looking at a maximum output of 300 watts continuously with a surge or peak watt output of 600. So there is a very large difference in the output of these batteries. One of the other major differences is the actual ports that you get. On the 548 here, you can see that you have two USB-A style and then two USB-C style, and then one solar input port. On the SOLIX C300 DC, you actually have the same two USB-A ports, but then you get four USB-C style ports, with two of them being PD style ports, meaning you pour a lot of extra power from them. And it also has a solar input port and a DC car port right there. The wattages are varying. I will let you know right now that the SOLIX does have the better output across all of the ports compared to the 548 here. When we're looking to charge the internal battery, yes, this one is smaller, but charge-wise, what can we do? Via the USB-C port here, you can get a maximum input wattage of about 52 watts. If you're using your solar input, you're looking at 60 watts. If we're looking at the SOLIX now, we've got a couple different ways that we can do this. If you're using the PD ports, if you use two of them, you can get 280 watts in, which will charge us up to 80% in about an hour. If you're using the solar input for this one, you're getting 100 watts in. And then if you're using the car port here, the car socket, you're getting 80% in 2.5 hours. Some of the other things that are different between the two and will kind of come in here is buttons. On the 548, you've got a button that will activate the light up here at the top. And I will kind of pop these both open because this will be a good demonstration of the lights. And we'll turn this one on and then pop our lights on there. So on camera, they do look on the cooler side, but they actually are a more warmer white. The 548 also has a dedicated SOS button, which will flash SOS for the light. The SOLIX version doesn't have that. It has a pairing button for an application, the ability to turn your light on and off over here, and then turning on or triggering the car port, as well as an on-off button, because this doesn't actually have a cap for it. When we compare the two screens, if I turn the lights back on, you can see digital readouts. So on the left, you've got a nice percent wheel and a percentage in the middle, as well as telling you hours and minutes for battery remaining, and then total output wattage. If you had input going, it would show that there as well. We also see, hey, we have it connected to our application. We have our percent in the middle with this half wheel, which I don't particularly care for, output wattage of 1%, and then total runtime. Now, comparing the two screens, I like the ease of readability on the 548 as opposed to the SOLIX. Just my opinion, the SOLIX kind of shrinks down a lot of what I would consider more important information, but in outdoor lighting situations, this one's actually brighter and easier to read. Now, because these are so similar, except for really maximum battery and output, What differentiates the two? What are some unique features? Well, the 548 honestly has the most unique features for the lantern style batteries. First being their power out automatic lighting. If this is plugged in and that ambient light sensor senses that it is dark and you lose power, this will automatically turn on the lantern. It also has a glow strip along the side, making it easier to find at a campsite in the dark. It also has that SOS trigger right there. For the SOLIX version, the unique features of it are the fact that it has the application, which will allow you to remotely control specific aspects of this, but also update the firmware for the device, meaning that over time, it can continue to get better. This doesn't have access to an app, it just is what it is. The SOLIX also has the car port, and the maximum charge input and output of this device is greater than that of the 548. And it also has Anker's new color branding as opposed to this one, which was a unique kind of out there green that they did for just this device. One last unique feature of the 548 over the SOLIX is if you're going to charge something from the 548, you don't actually have to do anything to start charging. It will automatically start drawing power. However, from the SOLIX, until you turn it on by pressing the button here, nothing actually happens. So now it is charging my phone. So if you need immediate power, 548 over SOLIX. If you're heading into the great outdoors or just like to be as prepared as you can be for an emergency, you can't go wrong with either option. However, I would put the 548 as more of an actual camping lantern. This is going to be for a minimalist who's going out into the woods and maybe carrying a few electronic peripherals to bring with them. However, the SOLIX being more of an emergency backup lantern because of the higher battery capacity and the higher output. So if you're the type of camper that likes to have all of their devices and needs a higher output, this would be what you're looking for. Or if you just want to keep one around the house, should you lose power. Either way, they both do a great job in this very unique segment. And I can recommend both, honestly. Do either one of these sound like the lantern style battery backup you've been looking for? I will have a link where you could pick either up for yourself in the description area below. If you appreciate the time and effort that goes into making a comprehensive video like this, make sure to hit that like button to help other people find the video as well. If you like what I'm doing here and want to be notified of my next review, hit that subscribe button. Still not sure which of these is the right option for you? On screen now, you will see the full in-depth reviews that I've done for each to help you make a more informed decision for yourself.